Let's start with a truth that everyone watching this already feels, even if they haven't put it into words. Today, whether you scroll TikTok, watch videos on a big platform, jump into short clips in an app, or subscribe to a creator's exclusive content, you are living inside a war over attention, a war over earnings, a war over the future of media, a war that's not just about platforms. It's about who gets to shape culture, influence people, and control the economics of being a creator. And the stakes, they're enormous. An estimated the 94 billion worldwide in the next few years. This isn't small time. This isn't fringe. This is real money chasing real eyeballs. But what's fascinating is this: the creator war wasn't a random battle. It was inevitable. Not because a handful of CEOs decided it would be fun. Not because investors wanted a new headline. Not because influencers wanted more money. No, it was inevitable because of who we are as humans and how technology evolved around us. So today, we're going to break down why this 94 billion creator war couldn't have been avoided, what forces brought us here, and why every single media, tech, and entertainment company is now in the ring, whether they wanted to be or not. No companies from previous scripts will be repeated. That means we're talking about new players, new dynamics, and the big picture that most people don't fully grasp yet. Let's dive in. A decade ago, the idea of someone making a living creating videos, photos, essays, tweets, music, or short clips as their primary income was still fringe. People dreamed of it, sure, but it was a novelty, a curiosity, something that existed on the fringes of conventional careers. Today, it's a global industry. Creators influence politics, fashion, entertainment, consumer behavior, brand perception, and major cultural moments, often in ways traditional media never could. The audience doesn't watch creators. They live with them. They trust them. They even model their lives after them. Why? Because creators aren't distant. They talk directly to you. They build personality-driven content. They break down walls between celebrity and everyday life. They create experiences that feel personal, and platforms realized this was the future of engagement. Traditional media, TV networks, magazines, radio had audiences but lacked direct engagement. Social platforms had engagement, but monetization models were early and rudimentary. Then came the fusion. Platforms, puffs creators, ads for direct monetization, billions in revenue. This perfect storm set the stage for the largest economic conflict in digital history, the creator war. The biggest mistake people make in thinking about this 94 billion war is assuming it's about content. It isn't. Creators produce content, but platforms capture attention. Attention is the real commodity here, and attention is now worth billions because human attention drives ad revenue, purchases, subscriptions, trends, brand loyalty, cultural movements. If a platform can hold attention longer, it can serve more ads, keep users inside the ecosystem, and collect more data, which translates to value. And once platforms realized that creators are the best attention magnets there is, the war was on. Why platforms could not ignore creators. Early social apps treated creator content as a nice bonus, entertainment to keep users engaged. But they weren't built around creator economics. They weren't thinking about creator payouts, revenue splits, or creator loyalty. Then something shifted. Brands and advertisers began paying more attention to creator-driven influence than traditional ad placements. Consumer buying decisions were now shaped by video creators, not banner ads. Suddenly, platforms realized creators the new media channels. But here's the challenge. Creators don't belong to any one platform. Creators float. They pivot. They follow their audience. They chase monetization. They go where the opportunity is best. This means platforms could no longer pretend creators were optional. Creators became central, the fuel powering the attention economy. And once that happened, every major platform started competing for creator time, creator exclusivity, creator monetization tools, creator audiences. That is the real battleground of the 94 billion war. Why this battle was inevitable? There are fundamental shifts in how people consume media that make this war not just predictable, but unavoidable. 1. People don't watch TV, they watch people. Traditional TV ratings have been dropping for years. Streaming filled some of the gap, but even there, audience growth is plateauing. But creator-led content, that's explosive. Why? Because creators feel human. You don't watch a show, you watch a person. This changes the entire dynamic of media consumption, from passive to interactive, and that shift is irreversible. Humans don't watch individuals, they follow them, they share them, they engage with them. So when platforms realized that individual human engagement beats traditional media engagement, the battle lines were drawn. Two creators don't work for free, and they're essential. Once creators realized they could earn real living income from platforms through ad share, paid subscriptions, tips, merchandise, and direct monetization, they stopped being optional content add-ons and became integral engines of growth. Creators aren't just users. Creators are engines of user growth, engines of user retention, engines of monetization. Any platform that ignored creators was actively weakening itself. This is why the battle escalated. Platforms had no choice. 3. Audience behavior shifted permanently. Gen Z and Gen Alpha, massive portions of the consumer population, don't scroll like previous generations. They don't see apps as interchangeable. They see communities, spaces where they connect with creators they love, and platforms that support those connections win. That's why every major platform now fights for community tools, monetization features, and direct audience engagement. It's not about bells and whistles. It's about keeping people inside their world. How 94 billion became real. Let us talk about the money. How do we get to a 94 billion figure? There are 4 major revenue streams in the creator economy that together add up to that figure. Advertising revenue attributed to creator-driven content, direct monetization tools, brand partnerships and influencer deals, e-commerce integration and merchandise sales. All of these pieces are now big money, not just side income. Creators are earning millions per year. Many full-time creators make more than traditional professionals in many industries. Creators aren't just artists, they're businesses. And once creators became businesses, an entire livelihood infrastructure, platforms had to offer more and more tools to attract them and keep them. Thus the monetization war, and thus the inevitable escalation to tens of billions in competition. No platform can win alone. Here's a moment most people overlook. In the early days of social media, if one platform dominated creators, the others could just ignore them. Not anymore. Users now expect in-platform monetization, direct messaging and paywalls, exclusive content tiers, e-commerce integration, real revenue shares, cross-platform community support. If one platform offers better financial opportunities for creators, creators move. If creators move, audiences follow. If audiences follow, advertisers and revenue follow. It's a chain reaction. That means platforms can't simply host creators, they have to empower them. And every platform wants the same creators. Which means the war is not just about who has creators, it's about who enables creators best, who pays them best, who keeps their audiences engaged, who gives creators control. This drive to own the creator-to audience pipeline is why the war has reached a 94 billion and continues to escalate. It's a fight for the economic center of media. Why creators hold the power, and platforms know it. Let's get this straight. Creators don't have full power, but they have unprecedented leverage. Why? Because platforms don't own the creators' audiences, the creators do. A creator's audience is a direct relationship. Creators can take followers, email lists, subscribers, and fan bases off the platform and start fresh somewhere else. Platforms can't do that with users. Once users follow a creator, that connection is owned by the creator. That's a flip from traditional media, where networks and brands own the audience. Now the individual human creator owns the audience, and platforms own the distribution. This dual ownership is what the war is about. Platforms want the audience attention, creators want monetization, control, and stability. Users want value, entertainment, and connection. Each side depends on the other, but each also competes for control. That's how a multi-billion-dollar war is created. How we got to 94 billion. So how did all of this add up to a 94 billion war? Because creators now earn billions directly each year from platforms and brand deals. Advertisers are shifting budgets toward creator-driven content. Platforms are investing heavily in monetization tools. E-commerce and merchandise integration with creators has exploded. Subscription revenue tied to creator channels is surging. Audience attention time, the real commodity, is more valuable than ever. No single platform can win unless it owns the creator relationship and monetization tools. No creator can earn sustainably without platform support. And no audience is content with passive viewing anymore. Engagement is the expectation. This trifecta, creators, platforms, audiences, is what made the war inevitable. When money, attention, and human connection all converge in one place, competition is certain and unavoidable. What this means for the future, here's where this gets even more fascinating. This war isn't slowing down. In fact, it's accelerating. Why? Because new platforms are emerging with creator-centric monetization built into their DNA. Traditional media companies are pivoting toward creator-led programming. Brands are reallocating advertising dollars away from traditional ads into creator partnerships. Audiences now expect interactivity, direct access, and personalization, which only creators can deliver. New revenue streams like live commerce, digital goods, fan clubs, and microtransactions are expanding the economic pie. The 1,094 billion figure is not the endpoint, it's a milestone on a much larger battlefield. And the reason this war was inevitable is simple. Humans want connection. Creators deliver connection. Platforms distribute it. Money flows where connection thrives. That truth could not be avoided once the technology arrived. Now here's a question for you. Do you think creators ultimately have more power than the platforms? Or do platforms still control the future of media? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about the future of the 94 billion creator war. Because this fight isn't happening to you, it's happening around you. And the next chapter has only just begun.